Okay. So I know it's pretty easy to distinguish baseball from softball. Usually men play baseball and women play softball. But what happens if you're walking around the park and you see a man playing with a bigger ball and not throwing it over his shoulder? More than likely, he's playing a game called slow pitch, as well as if you see him playing on the field with other women, it's co-ed slow pitch. Slow pitch, as described in the dictionary, is a type of softball with 10 players per side that each pitch is to travel 3 to 10 feet in the air with an arc. So today I would like to distinguish the differences between slow pitch softball and fast pitch softball. I'm going to go over 3 main points, which is the pitcher and pitching style, the batter's box and a batter, and the outfield. So when a pitcher is pitching, as I said before, it's more of an arc opposed to fast pitch where it's straight shot into the batter's glove. The main goal for a slow pitch pitcher is to get the ball to land right on home plate. It's different than trying to get the ball into the catcher's glove. A strike in slow pitch is actually on the plate, not into the catcher's glove. So behind me you see this is a normal plate, and on this side is the extender. They have an extension on home plate which goes towards the back, not towards the pitcher, but on the triangular part of the base, which allows for the pitcher to land the ball onto that, which would be considered a strike as well, instead of trying to make it on a smaller plate. Also, as like I said before, a source from iSport calls the pitch a lob pitch because of the high arc in slow pitch. So now I would like to travel and become the batter. This is what slow pitch looks like on the right, and this is what fast pitch looks like on the left. So you can totally tell the difference even from the release. One is way up high and the other one's down low. So now, if a batter travels into the batter's box, usually when a batter goes into the batter's box, you start out with a clean slate. You don't have anything against you until you get your pitches. However, in slow pitch, you start out with 1 ball and 1 strike. So the pitcher has only 3 balls to throw to you before he can walk you, and has 2 strikes plus a foul ball. Another source that I got, it says that batters are not allowed to deliberately bunt the ball, which you can do in slow pitch or in fast pitch. This is what bunting is, in case anyone didn't know. You can't do that in slow pitch. It would be almost impossible to try to bunt the ball when the ball's coming from way up here. Also, like I mentioned before, you get 2 strikes, but if you get a foul ball, in fast pitch you can foul the ball off as many times as you want, and in slow pitch, if you foul the ball off with 2 strikes, you're called out. So that's just kind of some of the differences. Now, if we were to take the field in the outfield, this is what a slow pitch field looks like. Usually in fast pitch, there's 9 players, so you have your regular 6 players, but only 3 outfielders. In slow pitch, you have your 6 players in the infield, but now there's 4 players. The extra additional player is called the rover. One of my sources, it says that it's from an article called Softball, Slow Pitch versus Fast Pitch. It says additional players. The additional player is positioned in the outfield either in a fixed location or as a rover. So the rover is what the extra player is called. There's a line drawn in the outfield that most of the players have to stand on, but one of the players, which is the rover, gets to move up or stay back with the rest of the 3 in order, whoever is up to bat. Usually the rover goes up in front of the line when there's a female up to bat. So today I've talked about the 3 differences as pitching, batting, and playing the outfield in slow pitch and versus fast pitch. So maybe if you guys are interested, you would know the difference. Well, now I hope you would know the difference, and maybe you guys would be interested in playing.
All right, the visualization at the beginning I thought was pretty good at giving us some understanding about the games that you're talking about. The goal is very clearly stated. There's an excellent layout of what the structure is going to be in the speech, so structurally everything is sound at the beginning. I thought you had good content in distinguishing the game from other games, in describing the characteristics that seem to be important in the game, that the difference between the slow pitch and the fast pitch, softball for instance. I also appreciate the fact that you did the research and you were citing information on those particular points. The visuals, I think, are integrated into the speech pretty effectively to illustrate the points that you're talking about. Now, the delivery issues, there are some things that I think are really solid, couple things that you need to work on. Solid stuff, I thought your gestures looked like you were engaged. You're trying to describe things pretty effectively. I thought that worked well. You have excellent eye contact with the audience, so you're usually looking at us when you're talking to us, and so that enhances your credibility. You're not overly dependent on the notes. That's pretty solid. I would suggest, though, that the voice is the one place where you need to do a little bit of work. You need to get your energy level a little bit up. You're talking about something that's kind of fun, it's a little bit different, and you're operating in a narrow range with your voice, and I think the energy level reflects that. And then there are a couple of spots where, especially when you're making transitions between points from one idea to another, that just a little bit of hesitation comes in, and suddenly you can notice that you're just not fluent. It's not that you are stuck on a word or a phrase, it's just clear that you needed a little bit more practice, and you need to be a little bit more into the speech, and that's also undermines that energy level sort of thing. So it's it's a minor technical fix that you can work on, and that's something that you can practice. It just, the more you do a speech, the easier it is to remember what's coming up next, and you feel a little bit less like you're going to stumble into the next thing that you're talking about. And as an example, go back to the exit line that you have. You kind of stumble into your exit line instead of delivering it the way you meant to, and that's mostly just a timing kind of issue that happens there. So that's the kind of stuff that requires a little bit extra effort. All right, thank you.